Okay, so this video is going to talk about how I got into shooting and my first coaching experience. So my first coach is Leo out at Cecil Park Clay Target Club out at the Sydney International Shooting Range where they held the 2000 Olympics. Now Leo, an Italian guy, a great shooter himself, he is my first person or my first coach that I got involved with. And how it come about was actually a year ago. I just worked 7 days a week for 2 years straight after COVID. A few of my businesses basically fell off a cliff like many people's because a lot of my stuff was based on the road traveling around. So, I worked 2 years straight, 7 days a week, 5:30 to 8:30 p.m. Did what I needed to do to keep the business going and keep life rolling. And then my girlfriend, bless her heart, Linny, she got me a birthday gift. And the birthday gift, the first gift was a ride in a Red Bull stunt plane, so one of the fastest aerobatic stunt planes, and also a play target shooting session with Leo. So how the day went is I got in the plane and did all the tumbles and fell out of the sky and all that kind of stuff. Now that was the fine part, but flying back to the airport, man, I chundered and spewed my guts up like no tomorrow. I was shaking up. And so after that, I was like, hey, flying isn't for me because I'm a bit of an action sports kind of junkie, you could say. So after that, we settled ourselves, ended up bloody spewing on the way out to the gun range, which was quite funny. But got out to the gun range, met Leo, and started my shooting journey from there. And basically meeting Leo, he's a great coach, a real cool guy, takes his time and really focuses on just having you enjoy the sport. And that was what got me into shooting, and that was my first coaching experience with Leo, and he's still in my life today. He's still coaching and giving me tips and all that. And yeah, so it was cool that I started from Ruku and MK10 with him. Now, my next sort of endeavor with the coaching side of stuff is, Leo's kind of like my first coach, will always be my first coach, and then I'm looking to shoot with Susie, who's a gold medalist out there, and my goal is to get a coaching session with Michael Diamond, the Michael Diamond, two-time Olympic gold medalist. So we'll see how that goes. I sent him a message the other day. We'll see if he responds and can have a coaching session, which would be pretty cool. So other than that, I'm a big believer in coaching because basically you can learn from 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 years of their experience and start from a better start. So I'm a really big believer in coaching. I'm a coach myself in the fitness world. That's my profession. And this is my hobby, my love, you could say. So something that I enjoy and do it for the pure enjoyment of it. And that's what shooting is for me. Something you can really get into, has no other purpose but to fully enjoy it and to challenge yourself and have that kind of mind-body connection, challenge yourself in every sort of situation and so forth. And that's what I really love about it. And that's why I put this channel together, to share the love of shooting, to share the love of progress and working on yourself. Because every time you're shooting, and I'm only new, but I kind of apply what I've used in kettlebell competing and all the other stuff that I've competed in and that. And I like to sort of challenge myself in the moment and seeing what you are capable of doing. And especially being a beginner, I have this thing what I use with kettlebell competing and when I work with high performance people is what's called a power perspective. Now that power perspective does involve having confidence and it does involve getting the mindset right. Now, being an amateur, getting into a sport, you can have the right mindset, but it would be totally useless because your skills just aren't there. But that's good that you actually have that power perspective because when it's competition time, you've got to show up. When you show up, you've got to be ready, no excuses, ready to roll. Now, if your skill isn't quite there, but you're confident, that's still good because on the day, you've got to do your best with what you got. All it means is you've just got a little bit more practice to do, which skills can always be built. But that confidence, that dedication, that focus is where the money is at. Now, right now, my skills aren't there, but I can still unlock that power perspective and rock up and shoot well, or shoot my best. And that's what's really important with this shooting, is my best. I might be competing with other people and that, but you're really just competing against yourself. I don't want to compete with anyone else. There's no one else. I just want to beat myself, unlock my potential. So that sounds all warm and fuzzy, but that's what I call the power perspective. And that's what I'll be unlocking with shooting, a whole new sport. So, in my other background, I've won 3 world titles in kettlebell lifting, and that's the type of training and thinking how I actually achieved that. And I'm going to apply that to a new sport. Now, as I said, my results are not there yet, you could say, but that's compared to anyone else. My results are there compared to me, and that's where I'm at. And that's the only thing that I'm working on with progress, is getting better than I was yesterday. So And that's what Leo focuses on, my coaching, and that's what the best coaches really focus on. Can you unlock that power perspective, that ability to focus, that ability to bring your best to your whatever sport you're doing? Because when you do that, you can always work on the skills. There's always more to do. That's the whole thing. If it was bloody simple, if you shot 100 out of 100 or 500 out of 500, you'd be bored shitless, all right? So the whole thing is about unlocking that power perspective on this journey in a new sport and building the skills and having fun with it. And that's what I believe that having a good coach can unlock, and everyone needs or should be aiming for that power perspective where they're not controlled by anything, no conditions, just purely the ability to focus on their own game no matter where they are, whether they're competing in Italy, competing in bloody the local gun club. It's unlocking that mindset, and that mindset is a power perspective. So you'll hear more about that in these videos, and you'll see as you come along this journey how I unlock it and how it turns out. So it's not always going to be rosy or sunshine. It's going to be highs, lows, and everything in between, and that's the whole part of the journey, and that's the fun of unlocking your potential. So anyway, that's my first coach, Leo, and that's what I believe about coaching, and that's the aim with all of this, is how do you learn from other people? How do you learn from your lessons and your wins, your losses, and all that kind of stuff to unlock your potential and your power perspective? So again, if you want to support this channel, jump on and check out the Life Cykel Mushroom Extract for pure performance in regards to your mind and body and how you feel. Those things are amazing, and feel free to donate to the channel. Whether it's $1, which is one shell, that all helps, or whatever you want to give. Now that just helps as well. And if you've got any tips on that, I'll take that too. So the whole part of being an amateur is being open to learning, but also knowing that you've got to develop your own unique power perspective. Otherwise, you start shooting like everyone else. And the only person you can really shoot with to unlock your potential is how you shoot. And that's really important. Learn from everyone, but gather and put together your own shooting style and believe in that, because you can never be anyone else. You've got to be yourself, and you've got to collate from everyone and work on being your best shooting. That's unlocking the power perspective. It's in the mind, it's in the body, and it's how you shoot and how you show up in life as well. So enjoy, and on to the next video.